Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip, and for about the next 30-ish minutes, we are going to sip some booze and spit some news.
With jazz hands.
I know, it gave us a theme song, I think. We have a theme song.
It still works.
8-bit thing.
You know who else makes us jazz hands?
Who makes us jazz
The man, the myth, the legends, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Hey.
Did I do it right? Jazz hands?
You did.
That looked like jazz hands.
Yeah. The look on your face might have needed work. But
yeah. It's more looked like you just broke both your wrists. But we're really happy about it.
I have some really hard news to talk to you guys about.
Oh, no.
I thought you were going to go good.
No.
I thought you were going to go good, too.
What
happened?
I can't believe I'm going to talk about this on the show.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's important.
Okay.
I took a test this week.
A driving test?
I'm not going to say what kind of test yet.
Okay.
But the results.
Yeah.
I'm Slytherin.
What?
I finally took the Pottermore test, and I'm a fucking Slytherin. I'm Slytherin! What the fuck?
Well, first off,
my entire life I've been like, I'm Ravenclaw. I'm totally Ravenclaw. I'm like 100% a Ravenclaw. And then my friend convinced me to take the test finally.
My God.
And I'm a fucking Slytherin.
I was literally really scared for
Me
her.
too.
Yeah,
Me
You're
too.
a good actress. I was like, oh.
That was the whole
I know,
point.
me too.
You're going to say
I really wanted to scare you guys.
something horrible?
Yeah.
But
And by the way, she did say something horrible. She's
I'm a fucking Slytherin.
I'll get over it. I'll tell you. I'm okay with
Oh my God.
That's pretty shitty.
I honestly...
That is pretty shitty.
I honestly believe I've known when everyone's like, how have you not taken the test yet? And I've always been like, because I know I'm Ravenclaw. I'm totally Ravenclaw. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I just don't want to find out that I'm Slytherin.
By the way, this is literally every kid in the Harry Potter verse except the assholes, right? Like, the assholes are like, please put me in Slytherin.
No, I know, because they're like the powerful, cunning ones. And it's like they're very intelligent and all that kind of stuff. Like, they're not...
Crab and Gable? Or Crab and Gable?
What?
Crab and Gable.
Oh, yeah, they're morons. But I forgot about them.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know. I just I as soon as it popped up green, I was like, what? Why? And then
So what is this test? Now I feel like Tom and I need to take this test.
Wait, you don't know about the test?
I'm assuming
If you go to
Pottermore.com.
.com, and then you sign up for an account, and then you take you go through the sorting hat process, and you answer all these questions. And
so it was actually based on yes, I would stab my son
No.
if he gave me more power.
it's like actually the first question, which I thought
do you
was
like
really
snakes? You're like, that's pretty on the nose.
yeah, no. Snakes is not an option.
Yeah.
Like the first question, which I thought was really cool because I kind of realized that's where they're going. It was just, do you prefer the stars or the moon?
Oh.
And you choose one, So some of the questions have two answers, two choices.
Yep.
Some have 4 choices, which makes it kind of obvious, and some have 8 choices, and so or some have 5. So you don't really know. Some of the questions is kind of obvious which house they're sort of leaning towards.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, there's one question where I was like, I really want to choose this answer because I know this is the Ravenclaw answer. But if I am being fucking honest with myself, I'm choosing this one, and I'm pretty sure that's the Slytherin answer. But there was only one question that made me
that was
feel
that clear.
Yeah, and there's 12. I don't know. There's multiple questions.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was the only question where I was like, I chose the Slytherin answer. But I felt like I chose Ravenclaw and everything else.
Wow.
And I fucking did it.
I knew you were evil, Allison.
Slytherin. Jesus.
Can you just give us your
Makes
answer
a
so
lot
when we
of
take the
sense.
test, we can avoid that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the
love
thing.
snakes.
So that's the thing. When you take you should take the test like being very honest to yourself, because there are ones where you're like, I want to choose this because this is Gryffindor, but you really should just be like, okay, if I'm being fucking honest with Tom, with 2018 Tom would want this,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2018 Tom Hufflepuff.
So 2018.
Hufflepuff.
I totally believe Tom's a Hufflepuff.
Probably. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Yeah,
I'll get a
you're-
tattoo of it, whatever.
Alex,
Just tell
you're
me.
probably Gryffindor.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the best one. No offense, Slithy.
What are Hufflepuffs then? What are they?
They're
they
sweet,
really?
bubbly little
Oh,
thingies.
that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like plants.
Big fan. Plants.
Big fan of plants.
I own a few.
You know what?
Guys.
Plants don't talk back.
Yeah. Hey, listen to me, Alison.
I think in the Harry Potter world they do.
That's true.
Yeah.
What are those crybaby plants or
Crybaby
whatever, the
plants. Something like
roots
that, yeah.
or whatever that they picked up?
God, you remember the more.
I mean,
You remember
I
more
did read
details.
all the books.
I did too, but
I
I don't
watched
remember
all the
this.
movies.
Yeah, I did too.
I was a fan of. I was a fan of them. Actually, it was really interesting. Not that interesting.
What?
When I moved to LA,
Yeah.
I didn't have TV. You know that like period of time when
Yeah.
you move
Yeah.
cross country
Yep.
or far distance, where like I had like a futon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah.
I didn't even have the futon at that point, but it's like
Your
I
mattress
literally
was on
had
the
no
ground.
TV.
Yeah.
Because it was like I didn't have a TV to travel with. I was moving out of my parents' house from college.
Right.
You know what I
No,
mean?
we get it, Alex.
Anyway, long story short, my my mom, I think, read the first Harry Potter book back before, like, as it was sort of becoming like, what are these things that people are excited about? Because this was like 98.
Yeah.
And so she sent me a copy and was just like,
Here, to entertain
something
yourself.
to do when you're sitting in
Yeah.
your apartment bored. Because also, like, when I first moved to LA, I didn't have a job. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, when you first show up, it's like, how do I become an actor performer?
Yeah.
Sit in your apartment and try things that don't work.
My very
That's how.
Yeah, my very first friend that I made when I moved to LA, like I met this guy John the day after I moved to LA, and he's been one of my best friends ever since. We were reminiscing recently about we were like, do you remember like 12 years ago when we used to just like go to each other's house for the day and just play video games for like 8 straight hours?
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, there's no time for that anymore. But when you
Yeah.
first move out here, like that's your life. You're like, I guess I'll go like beat an entire game in one day. You
Sounds
know?
like, come over anytime, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we used to do the Halo.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You hook up all the TVs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
you
it got-
hardwire them all.
It got stupid.
Yeah.
Like at one point I had my giant tube television, and then I had a travel tube television specifically for
The old heavy
specifically
TVs,
for Halo parties at my friend's house.
on those like tiny little 12-inch screens.
Oh yeah, but it
Yeah.
didn't matter because it was like you brought your Xbox.
Yeah.
We connected it all up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
back then there weren't a lot of people that like
Nope.
had routers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like for me, I was just always a tech nerd, so I was like Ethernet routers. I want all of that stuff. So I would like bring my router, all the cables, and then there was the whole thing of the patch cables. Because if you couldn't plug because Ethernet cables, the way that they work,
Yeah.
there are Ethernet cables that are 1-to-1, and then there's the twisted one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the twisted one could connect 2 Xboxes together.
They're crazy.
But the non-twisted ones were the ones that you needed to connect 4 through a router. And so it was this whole big
Memories.
thing. Oh, man, it was so much fun.
Did I tell you guys when I first moved to LA, I had no place to live, so I lived in the office where I worked with your wife?
I
For 2
think
weeks.
you did tell me
What?
that. Yeah.
Sleeping under my cubicle
Right, was
and
that
avoiding
legal?
security guards? No.
Oh my gosh.
But they had cable TV.
You slept under the cubicle?
And in like empty offices when they were under construction. So,
oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And I'd take a shower every once in a while if my friends invited me over.
What was the one? What was the movie?
Yeah.
What was the movie with Jennifer?
Career opportunity. Wait.
Career Opportunities. Yeah.
Opportunities. So you said Jennifer.
Yeah, because wasn't
Jennifer
that the thing?
Connelly.
He like stayed in the. Did
Yeah,
He, like,
well,
or he was the overnight
Yeah,
guy, and
yeah.
then she was living there basically.
Wow.
That's
I've
basically
never heard
me.
of this
And I
movie.
looked, yeah.
Career Opportunities.
Okay.
With John Cryer?
No,
But
it's,
it's
that
one of
kind of
those
guy.
guys, right?
Yeah.
One of the like
They live in a
Rat Packy
Target,
type.
right? It's a
Yeah,
Target.
he-
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
It was a Target. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets basically hired to be the overnight security guy.
Yeah.
And he's like
And he finds that
dumb
there's a
and
woman.
fucking around, and
Frank
he finds out
Whaley?
that this like hot. Oh yeah, maybe.
Really? Yeah.
They finds out that like there's a hot Jennifer Connelly that's like
As
living.
opposed to the not hot Jennifer Connelly.
She's always hot. I had a big
Yeah.
crush on
No,
her.
oh dude, Jennifer Connelly, come
Yeah.
on.
Dude, Rocketeer, man.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. For me, it was Labyrinth.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Labyrinth, of
Yeah.
course.
That was-
it's
that was
always
it.
Labyrinth with
Yes.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Who made me like just realize that I was like, oh, I feel thoughts seeing
Oh.
David Bowie in tights. We've talked
Yeah.
about this on the show.
Alex
before.
was dressed as him for
I
Halloween
know.
once, and it
That's
was
true,
brilliant.
and you missed
I know,
it.
completely ruined my.
What?
It was hot. I mean,
I'm
speaking
kidding.
yeah, I'm speaking from your wife's point of view. It
Thank
was
you, thank
hot,
you.
Alex.
Thank you. She wasn't even there either.
I know.
Yeah.
She
I was
she
like,
fainted from the hotness when you dressed up at home.
yeah. Well, no. What happened was I don't think she realized that I was wearing her yoga pants for Halloween. I literally just went through her drawer. I was like, I'm assuming these yoga pants are going to fit.
Is that what
I'm assuming these yoga pants are
Gray yoga pants. That's it. That's all you need.
It was pretty
You
brilliant.
need a
Boom.
lot more than just gray yoga pants.
That's true.
I
I
also
bought.
put a sock down there.
Yeah, of course, because you need
You
a
need a
cod
wig.
piece. I got the wig.
And you need a blousey
Got the
blouse
wig.
thing.
Got the blousey blouse thing. Wore a vest. Got a cane.
Oh.
Leather gloves.
Oh.
Did you bring the glass ball at all? I
No.
forget.
No.
I didn't-
because I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't want to do that much space work.
Yeah. A cane and a ball?
Yeah, I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
By the way, the cane was worse. It was bad enough just having a fucking cane.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like when I went as as the kid, as Rick Moranis from Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Vince Clortho.
Yeah.
But when I went as Vince Clortho, we had a jar of popcorn kernels, and in the movie he's smelling a jar of popcorn kernels.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, great, I'll bring this jar of popcorn kernels. And then like halfway through, I was like, I do not want to be carrying this around. Like, yeah, this +1's the costume.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to carry this around all fucking night.
Oh my gosh.
But I thought about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you had a mallet when
I
you
was
were
Harley Quinn,
Quinn.
I had a giant mallet.
What was that like?
I mean, I just knocked I couldn't move anywhere. Everyone was just like avoiding me because I had this massive fucking, people were like, awesome costume, and then just wouldn't come near me because like,
Yeah.
it was huge. Yeah.
Was it like
huge.
foam or something? Or like
No,
what?
it was, I took 2 plastic trash cans and like duct taped them together.
Oh, you made it?
I made that fucker.
Oh,
I got
wow.
crafty as shit.
Wow.
I got crafty as shit.
I always want to get crafty, just in general, like as a
Yeah.
global thing.
Yeah.
I want to be crafty.
But
I can't get past the like.
The effort of
The
doing
effort.
stuff.
Although speaking of crafty,
yeah.
this is sort of. I'm gonna go food craft.
Okay.
So it was my birthday this week.
It was.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
You were waiting for a way to segue into this.
Yeah. Well, it just popped in my brain. I was like,
Okay.
I get crafty in the kitchen, kind of, and then I was
Yeah.
like, kitchen birthday thingy.
Yeah, it was your birthday. Happy
So,
birthday.
Thank you guys. It was sort of it was a fun one. My folks came up from La Jolla. We went out and had some drinks. I got really hungover. So I've realized that one of the things that I should never do
Okay.
is start drinking wine anytime before 7.
Oh.
Because if I start drinking wine, so like they came and we were like, we had a reservation for dinner at 7, and we were like,
Yeah.
let's go get a drink and maybe some appetizer before dinner. This will
Yeah.
be fun. We'll go to another place.
Yeah.
So we literally like butt
That
in
sounds like
seats.
not a problem.
No. Wait for it.
Okay.
Butt in seats at 5:15.
I did.
Okay.
First pour of wine.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Last
normal.
drink of wine
Yeah.
around about midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Six
that's
and a half
my
hours.
issue. Is I wasn't really that drunk.
Right.
It's just that
You-
slow,
I think it's more-
consistent
It's a lot of sugar.
drinking of wine, and I was just fucking.
I don't think
hungover
that
as
means
shit
you
when I
can't
woke up in the
start before 7 p.m. I just think it means you can't drink for more than 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Good point.
Yeah.
I just know that I will always stay
Yeah.
up till 11:30 and be pounding wine.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
because the later
But
it
if you-
gets, the more I want to just keep drinking
Yeah,
wine.
but if let's say you started at 8 and you didn't go to bed until 2, I have a feeling you'd still be the same hungover.
100%.
Yeah. So
But
it has
if I
nothing to
didn't
do with
start
the
it-
time.
Well, no, because
Makes a good point.
Well, but what
Yeah.
I would say is the back end is usually the time that has a hard out.
Mm-hmm.
Like around about 10:30, 11, if I've been drinking,
Yeah.
it is time for little baby Alex to close them little baby eyes.
Baby Alex.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baby.
So that's why the front end is the issue for me because
Right.
it's like I sit down, I'm like, it's 4:00. Fuck it, let's just have a
Right.
let's start this tonight. And
Yeah.
it's just like I know now.
Okay, wait. So tell us about your birthday present.
So I am a notoriously hard person to buy birthday gifts for.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why we never buy anything.
Yeah,
I hear
exactly.
you.
That's why.
And by the way, I appreciate it.
Because also, when I get you Christmas gifts, you then throw them away. So, also, speaking of your Elon Musks, have been sitting here on this table and not in the car.
Yeah,
which
but they've
is
been so much
5 feet
muskies.
away
It's near the car to Muscombe.
since Drunksmith.
Since Drunks, this is true.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I mean, like as a kid, when you're into certain things,
Yeah.
there's just no way that your parents are going to know what's the right thing to get. And it started early,
Yeah.
like Star Wars toys. I knew which one of the Star Wars toys I was the most excited about.
Right.
There were hundreds of Star Wars toys,
Yeah.
and my parents saw global Alex like Star Wars toys. So I had to start getting really specific sort of early on.
Yeah.
But then you start getting into the video game space,
Yeah.
and that's even way more
Yeah,
specific.
because they're like, here's this racing game. And you're like,
Right.
I've never played a racing game. in my life.
an Xbox.
Yeah.
get him this golf game.
I'll get this. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Lynx back in the day was one of my favorite
Lynx,
PC
oh my
games
gosh.
for a long time.
Okay.
Anyway, so I just sort of got to this thing where I was like, I'll just give you a couple big ticket items that I'm interested in getting, and then you can
Big ticket.
choose to do it. So one of the
stuff.
things that I've been excited about and doing for a long time is sous vide cooking.
Yes.
I've been doing that for years.
Yeah. Putting stuff in a bag and cooking it in hot water.
Putting stuff in a bag, cooking it in warm water.
Warm water.
Although potentially hot, depending upon if it's chicken. Anyway, long story continuing.
You keep saying that.
I know. Now I'm not going to say short. I'm just going to be like, still going. I have a food saver vacuum packer, basically.
Right.
And the way the food saver works, you've probably seen it. It's like a little bar-looking thing. It looks like an old scanner.
Yeah.
The way scanners used to be. And you put something in a bag, and then you close it, and it sucks all the air out, and then it seals it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and then you can send it to space.
And then you can send it to space. Finally send it to space. So the way that those things work is actually the specific bag. So there's a specific bag you have to use, and it has these ribs in them. And the whole concept is it uses the ribs to suck the air out.
Okay.
And then it'll seal it as it's sort of sucking, right?
Okay.
So the reason why this isn't that great is because if it's moist, if there's moisture in there, it starts sucking the moisture out.
Oh, got it.
So you can't do things like marinate chicken
and then
in a freeze lock, in a whatever, in a bag.
Yeah. Okay.
The commercial version of that, like when you see in kitchens or if you like watch any of the cooking competition shows and they vacuum seal something, those are called chamber vacuum sealers.
Like Chamber of Secrets,
like Chamber of Secrets, fucking Slytherin.
Let it go.
So the way that works is you put the bag of stuff that you want in the in this chamber.
Okay,
it's like got a little dome.
Yeah,
and then what happens is it sucks the air out of the chamber, so it makes a vacuum inside that whole chamber,
and then it seals it.
And then it seals it, and then lets the air in, and it basically looks. I mean, it's crazy. It like takes, I think, like 60 seconds for the air to go, and it just goes bang, and then it goes coca. And it seals it, and then it goes, and the whole thing just goes from a bag that just looks like an empty bag, like a normal bag, and it just goes, boop, and vacuum seals it instantly.
Wow.
That's a lot of sound effects.
Because the air inside there is a vacuum, so there's no air in there. So when it adds air back, it's like it does all this. So it's a very.
I feel like what you said logically makes sense, but I could not piece that together in my brain.
I will, depending upon what happens, I'll vacuum seal something after this so you can see it. It's really fucking satisfying.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's so great is like you can vacuum seal a bag of water. You can vacuum seal soups. You could make chili and then vacuum seal a bag of chili and put it in the freezer.
Why would you vacuum seal soup?
To put it in the freezer, and then you can literally just take that bag out of the freezer and put it in warm water, and then your soup, you can have soup for as long as you want.
Alice looks confused.
Realistically,
I'd be like, why would I ever save soup that long?
Yeah, but realistically, for me, the thing that's interesting is like doing a whole chicken.
Yeah.
But putting in like oil and herbs and all this stuff that it would just get messy and you couldn't do it in that thing, and then sealing it. Or like a red wine marinated roast. You know what I mean? Like
Alex, when
stuff
you
like this.
cook for me in time.
Soonish. I have a brisket going literally right now.
You didn't invite us over though.
I know. Well, no, I'm going down to Newport with it. Oh. I'm literally cooking a brisket for 48 hours and then taking it to Newport and then taking it away.
I'll distract
you. Anyway,
Steve.
but here's the thing. I have never seen one of these things in real life.
Right. Oh, the commercial ones.
The commercial ones.
Oh, right.
I just sort of Googled. I mean, I've seen them on TV, so I knew which one, and so I told my parents, like, hey, this is weird, but I've been wanting this commercial VacMaster vacuum sealer. So they go, oh, yeah, okay, well, we'll get you some stuff. We'll see we're going to surprise you, right? So they come up and they were like, so this is a thing. Oh. And I was like, what? And he was like, should we get stuff out of the car? And I was like, okay. And he goes, but there's like, this is a thing. And I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he goes,
he's like, we've just spent your inheritance on your birthday present.
No, the thing's 170 pounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wow. Yeah.
It wasn't very expensive. I mean,
why
it was
didn't
expensive.
they just have it delivered to your house?
Because they had it delivered to their house, not thinking it was fucking horribly.
My God.
So he goes, so this FedEx guy shows up at the house with no packages and goes, did you order
something stupidly heavy?
Yeah. Did you order this like commercial vacuum sealer? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because he probably has only ever dropped them off at restaurants.
Well, no, but also he's like, my dad is like, what is he? He's like looking at the two stairs that he has to get up. Like, what is happening? And he goes, okay. Well, like, okay, so you just wanted it inside? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, why is the FedEx guy being so fucking weird? And then he was like, for 5 minutes, they do this like dance where he's like, okay, but and you did order this thing, like this is for here. And he was like, yeah, just go get it.
Probably
like,
it should never have been dropped off at a residential address.
So all of a sudden, this guy comes around the corner and he's holding it by himself.
Oh my God.
And he's going, yeah. And my dad's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to, like, he didn't ask, hey, can you help me?
Yeah.
He didn't have a dolly. Like, he just was
Probably
like,
can't.
You have a dolly?
No, he just was fucking doing it because it's like,
That's what I mean, because it's probably something that normally gets
But
dropped
it's a
off at a
FedEx.
location that has a dolly.
I know, I don't even, or a door.
Yeah.
That wasn't like up 4 little steps and then
Yeah.
around a garden and then 4 more little steps. Anyway, so long story short, they were like, we got to go do this, like get this thing out of the garage, out of the back of the car. And so Heather, and because they were like, it was sweet. Like, I think they wanted to surprise me, but like they opened the trunk and they hadn't wrapped it. It just said Backmaster. And I was like, am I supposed to not be looking at this stuff? And they're like, oh yeah, don't look. And I'm like, all right. And so my mom and Heather like fucking
Oh my God. Really?
into the house.
Wow.
And then I was like,
Jesus.
is there other things in it? Like, or is it just this? Because it's like not a big thing. I mean,
It's really dense.
it's fucking heavy as shit.
Oh my God.
And then it was like, it's just a giant fucking vacuum pump.
oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
But I was just like, oh, okay. And then I immediately was like, I need to vacuum seal something.
Yeah. What did you vacuum seal?
Thankfully, I had some asada chicken, pollo asada.
See, I probably just would have vacuum sealed like a book. Been like, what's around?
Yeah, well, the good news was I couldn't actually sous vide that because that was something that had a marinade to it. Mm-hmm. So I'd like do it in a slow cooker or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd never been able to sous vide it. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. And so I transferred it into the thing, vacuum packed it, and yesterday I sous vided it, and it was awesome.
I just want to eat the food that Alex cooks.
I don't think
Yeah.
we'll ever try it.
I know.
And then I got the griddle. It's like between the sous vide and the griddle, I'm ready to
we
party.
get it.
I'm ready to party.
Why won't you cook us food?
So much food cook.
Just cook us
All right.
food. All right.
Shall
let's-
we do emails?
let's- Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the people listening to this show.
Let's talk
To
to the
this
people.
thing.
Instead of just-
Well, hello, talking to the people. All right, here we go. Ready for this?
People. Yeah.
All right. Hey, HHHH crew, Jay here.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Allison.
Yeah.
I was excited to hear that Allison's favorite restaurant in San Diego was
Aqua
Aqua
Al
Al
too.
Dolce.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it closed.
Yeah.
I, too, am also
I
a
was
huge
really
fan
bummed.
of the restaurant. My cousin married the owner
Oh my
of
gosh.
Aqua Al Dolce.
Why'd he close it?
And the Mindful Restaurant Group.
Oh. Can he still make the blueberry fillet?
Potentially. And, no.
Vacuum
Olivia.
seal it and send it to Allison.
Yeah.
Well, no. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I too am a huge fan. I hear the restaurants. Blah 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 blah. I feel that Alex and Tom need to see some of the food porn from Aqua Al Dolce to really.
It's
do
Aqua Al
it
2. I don't know why you keep saying Dolce.
Due.
It's 2. It's literally the number 2.
Right. Pronounced Aqua Al Due for 2 in Italian.
Okay, but I mean, like, literally, it
is a number 2.
The number 2, so I don't know why you would say it that way.
Because I think that's how it was.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
his cousin married the person who
All right, that's
created
fine.
it.
Okay, fine.
Due.
Due.
Aqua Al
I have a
Due.
feeling no one besides them
That is
ever called
100%
it
true.
that.
So here is a picture
Okay.
of the hand-carved filet mignon cooked in blueberry reduction
so
sauce.
fucking
Is
good.
it not?
Show it to Tom, because I already know what it looks like.
Yeah. I need it.
It's so
Yep.
good. Let me see. Oh my god, it's so good. If you go to DC,
Yeah.
go eat it there.
If you're ever in Washington, D.C., you can visit their
See?
Aqua Al Due there.
Yeah.
I also highly recommend their other restaurant,
Oh.
Giblinia.
I love how you add.
Giblinia?
It's like,
J or G-H. Gi
it's like Ghirardelli.
Gibiliana.
Where's that? Also in DC?
Bruh, I don't know.
Oh.
He just said recommend it.
All right. I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah. As always, look forward to next week's ha 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 ha. So keep up the great work. Fuck spiders, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Oh, by the way, P.S. I live in Huntsville, Alabama, and I work
With
at
Space Camp.
and I work at SAIC.
Oh my gosh.
Which was one of the places that my first college employment was at SAIC.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Boom. He said, I love hearing all the stories about connections to the show.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's easy. Space camp.
Space. Oh,
Space
dude.
camp. Oh,
okay,
what?
fuck this shit.
Oh, no.
I don't
Forget spider crickets.
Oh, God.
This thing actually made me feel bad for tarantulas.
What?
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hello,
Who's this
HHHHHH crew. Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hello, Alison. Deep cut. I'm writing to warn you of a terrible monstrosity really living right here in Los Angeles.
Jesus Christ.
Here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The tarantula hawk wasp.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard of this motherfucker.
Yes, it's as bad as it sounds,
Yeah.
possibly worse. So here's the story. I was out and about with my dog Winston.
Oh,
Not,
Winston.
not Churchill,
Say
named
more.
after the coolest Ghostbuster.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
We've been running the same route for the last few years and occasionally see rabbits, bluebirds, deer, coyote, and a snake or two. Last week, we encountered something new.
I've heard of these.
The first time I saw it, I thought it was a hummingbird.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yes.
They can trick us.
The second time I saw it, I thought it was an unusual-looking hornet.
Yeah.
The third time I saw it, Winston and I noped right out of there,
Nope.
and I set a personal land speed record on the way home.
Oh, my gosh.
It was 2 inches, bluish, iridescent wasp with orange wings.
Oh.
See,
I
kinda
Googled
cool.
it,
yeah, it does sound cool.
and it
Yeah.
led me to the Wikipedia page for the tarantula hawk wasp.
That's
From the article, you ready for this
Yeah.
fucking twisted nature shit?
God.
like this.
What?
They are parasoid wasps, using their sting to paralyze their prey before dragging it back to a brood nest as living food. A single egg is laid on the prey, hatching into a larva which eats the still living
Oh,
prey.
my God.
Can we do go a week with not a gross story?
No.
I don't.
last
this-
week.
No, we can't. This little bastard can drag a tarantula
Oh
up
my
to 8
God.
times its size back to its nest where it's eaten alive.
Oh, my God.
This is the first time in my life I've ever felt bad for a spider. But wait,
But wait. There's
that's
more.
not all. This wasp is known to have an extremely painful sting,
Ugh.
which is second only to the sting of the bullet ant.
Ugh.
Yeah. Science Friday wrote an article about it stating their only advice for you if you are ever stung is to lay on the ground and scream because you won't be able to do anything else.
Oh, my
Serious?
God.
Yeah.
Will it lay eggs in you if it stings you and you're just
No,
sitting
no,
there?
because you're
I
not
don't think so.
paralyzed.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
it's
think so.
not enough stuff to actually paralyze you, so they can't. Can I see a picture of it so I
Yes.
never see it again
I
in
don't
real life?
want to see a picture. I'd rather be.
Yeah.
I'd rather let it give me a heart attack when I see it.
Oh my God! It's a picture of it actually stinging a tarantula. Jesus Christ!
I'm good.
Oh my
I'm
God.
You sure?
Yep.
You sure? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna lose
kinda
my
cool
appetite.
colors, though.
I mean, it's pretty, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, my God. Anyway,
God.
so if you see this giant flying demon bug
Okay.
run, science, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning, Tim.
Tim was the guy with BB-8.
yeah. BB-8
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, he's
as
a
opposed to
BB
artist Tim.
Yeah.
Who's
Right.
also there.
Yeah, BB-8
Yeah.
Tim. That's a good way to
Yes,
put it.
yeah.
Fuck
Nice.
that shit.
No,
Oh my
thank
God.
All right, let's do something sort of uplifting, and
Yeah.
then we'll.
Some sort of happy story.
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
All right, how about this one? You ready for this?
How about it?
Really?
Look at this mess.
Rook.
French park trains crows to pick up litter.
Oh.
Hey.
Birds will
I
be
kinda love
rewarded
that.
with
Smart.
food every time
Yeah.
they bring a cigarette butt or other rubbish to a deposit thing.
Oh my
so
God.
basically
That's amazing.
they've got these little it's this what's the park called?
Crow vending machine. You put in the
Yes.
trash. And
Yeah.
Get a treat.
Yeah. So
And,
literally
like, a treat
it-
pops out.
Yeah. So they
That's cool.
because
Wow.
crows are super fucking smart. We all know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Like I think we've even
They track
talked
you
about some
down
crazy
for like
stuff.
miles if
Yeah.
you do something wrong to them.
The birds.
Don't ever
Don't piss
throw
off
things
a
at
crow.
a crow
No.
at all. But one of the things that they do is they're really good at learning skills,
Okay.
basically, and they can actually even convey information about things to other crows. So, like, if one crow knows that if I pick up a cigarette butt and I drop it in this little thing, a food pellet will come.
They can tell.
actually just tell another crow that
Oh.
that's what happens, and then the other crow will go and do it. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. By the way,
Just like that, Alison.
Yeah.
I would love to find out what you just said in Crow.
I mean, I'm a classically trained actor.
Yeah, she
so
went to
of course I
college.
can speak Crow.
She knows
Oh,
everything.
interesting. Was that from your Peter Pan days?
Right? It is, actually. I got a crow. I was Peter Pan. You know that? Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
But so anyway, to me, I go, this is the future, right?
Yeah.
Like
Just
birds
train nature to clean up our fucking messes.
I mean, honestly,
I don't
that is
think
really
that
funny.
is-
But yes, that has to be the future.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. We are a messy fucking race
Yeah,
of
no shit.
species.
I just saw this movie called First Reformed.
Oh, what was it
Ethan
about?
Hawke's in it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a good buddy of mine's in it, and I missed it when it was in theaters because it was like right around whatever. It was like summer when I was all over the place. Anyway, so I just bought it because you can get it on Amazon or iTunes or Xbox now, or whatever. And I watched it, and I had no idea what the film was about. I just knew that he had some really cool scenes with Ethan Hawke, and Ethan Hawke's a priest,
Oh, cool.
or pastor or something in it.
Okay.
And the whole movie turns out to be like very much based in global warming and all this kind of stuff. And you learn all this shit in the movie where I'm like, oh, we're just fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
No, the crows will save us.
I was like, this isn't what I was expecting to learn from this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the science is out is doing we got some issues coming up here, which by the way we need to. Although, did you hear about Elon? He's kind of like having a mental breakdown.
Wait, what? No, what?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, our boy.
Yeah. I mean, I still got faith. It's all gonna happen.
Oh no.
But I guess
mean,
he's like super stressed. And
I feel like the fact that he hasn't had a mental breakdown yet is
I think
surprising.
he did this. Did you see the video of the interview?
No, but I heard about it.
I didn't see the video, but basically he did this interview and was like super teary and like,
God.
I'm just super stressed. And he's like, I'm trying to find somebody to take over for me.
Oh
like,
no.
Yeah,
You should do what Willy Wonka did.
Yeah,
Oh my
That's
God.
how we found a
Golden
replacement.
ticket.
Yeah.
yeah. I've got a golden ticket.
Find someone who really believes in the
Yeah.
well.
Tesla.
Look, at the end of the day, he's got Hyperloop. He's got
SpaceX.
the Boring Company, SpaceX, and Tesla. Any one of those is a fucking stressful
Yeah.
full-time gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
All three of them, holy shit. Do you
Dude,
know what I
let's-
mean?
Let's apply for jobs.
Oh my gosh.
We talk
Yeah.
about them so much. That could be our resume.
Did you also see
Yeah.
that 2.7 miles of the
Yeah.
tunnel is done?
Yeah.
And they're doing tests right now.
I know. I don't. I so want to use that.
Going to
all
be
the
open
time.
soon to show people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I heard.
We'll all go in Alex's Tesla.
Well, I'm kind of hoping. I mean, because I have one, I'm
Yeah.
kind of hoping that like the slow ramp up
Wait.
start is that they only
Yeah,
allow
I
Teslas.
have to imagine that that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
And where's your flamethrower?
Yeah.
Fucking in the mail, man. I mean, I guess
We have till Labor Day weekend. They said the summer, right?
that what
It's
they
technically
said?
through
Oh,
Labor
that's
Day.
true.
weekend.
That's true. All right,
Yeah.
couple more weeks.
Okay, let's get back to the crows.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
so
yeah.
but this so the goal was not just to clean up because the visitors are usually generally careful to keep things clean, but it was also the nature itself basically they wanted people to see. That's what it was. Okay, so it is a historical French theme park.
Oh.
So it's basically like it's like
It's like medieval
Williamsburg.
times.
Yeah, or all right.
Oh,
but
no?
More like,
Sturbridge Village.
Oh,
More like Williamsburg.
I didn't mean medieval times.
yeah,
I meant.
I was like, I don't
Yeah,
think you meant because I was like, that's not really.
No.
historical
I
theme
meant the
park.
place that's in Virginia.
No.
Yeah, Williamsburg.
No, not Williamsburg. Williamsburg's an actual town. There's like there's like a place with rides and stuff, but it's themed.
Busch
after-
Gardens.
Busch Gardens.
Oh,
that's
that's
what I
right.
mean.
Well,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
not
that
really
sounds right.
historically themed, but
Okay.
more like
Beer's
Williamsburg.
historical.
Okay.
More like Williamsburg, which
Alright,
is
fine.
like a town that you can go to where everything is sort of like back in the time. You
Yes.
can watch people cobble
That's a theme park.
and do stuff. Well,
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it is. It's a
Yeah.
themed park.
Just
So
no
yeah, I
roller
guess you're right.
coasters.
'Cause
yeah,
I
I
feel
just
like
picture
somebody-
theme parks having rides.
yeah. I mean, I just think of it as because it says French historical theme park. I
Okay.
feel like that's just like this is what old French look like.
But
I don't know what that
they
accent was.
They weren't Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I'm a Frenchman.
Drop the seal and watch the crows.
Oh my god.
So the whole thing is that they wanted it now, not only to help clean, but because they were like, most of the people that come to this park aren't going to throw their cigarettes butts down there. It's like if you go to
Yeah.
Williamsburg, you're not going to throw
You're not
a
gonna be
wrapper.
like, "Baha!"
You're like,
I might
Yeah.
throw a rapper.
I mean, you would, Tom. But so part of it is actually that it sort of like feels kind of like historically accurate that these like crows are trained to like. there's 6 trained crows. that
Crows
work.
used to do that back then?
No, but like
That's what my question.
Why
Crows
is that historically
existed-
accurate? I'm so confused.
Crows existed? Is that what you just said?
no, but like everybody thinks about like crows as like a thing from from history. Like now you're just like
Remember that class you took in Crows? History 101.
The reason why Game of Thrones has like crows as like a center thing is because people always think of like old school bird animals. Crows.
I don't picture crows
Eagles or
picking up our
something.
trash as being historically accurate.
No, but like homing.
Are you saying
pigeons? Or
you're
like,
saying?
Well, then yeah, pigeons.
You're saying
No.
they're having the crows pick up the trash so that they don't actually have to have like a sanitation worker come because then it would like
maybe
defeat the.
I think that they're just so. I think that first off, they said the reason why they're doing it is not just cleaning up because they were like people are pretty clean here.
Right.
It's to show people that how their dirt affects nature. Oh. So it's actually a way to kind of be like, look. Maybe not so much with the. I mean, I'll tell you right now, living where we live in Hollywood, I can't tell you the number of times I've walked by somebody in their car, opened their door, put some trash on the ground, close their door, and leave.
Yep.
I know.
Like, who
It's
the
insane.
fuck are these people that think that some magic person is going to come and just take their trash?
I know.
And I've seen people throw trash near trash cans.
Yeah.
Like, where you're like, at the end of the block where you just littered, there's a fucking trash can.
It's because Los Angeles is entirely stuffed with entitled people.
Oh, God.
And there's like so many people here feel like they don't have to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God. The entitled feeling of people to me is just like the worst. Almost all the time when I'm driving, there are people who are just like, I need to go over here in front of you and I don't care about you. I need to go this way. And it's like, well, but what?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I need to go the other way.
I'm taking up space too.
Yeah. How about we all just chillax?
I know.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Tom just
Tom
littered
just
in
littered.
the studio.
Take that out.
In our studio.
By the way, here's the good news.
What?
This is studio.
Sure.
Until when I pull my car in, it's a garage.
Okay.
When we're recording, it's a studio.
Got it.
Sound stage.
Sure.
It's got a green screen.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, it's got a green screen. No, I was just gonna say I have a feeling Tom would have, even if he had tried to stay. Like it probably
picked it
would have.
up.
No, but wouldn't have it like hurt you a little? Like you would have been like, had you just left it
Because
there
he's a
and tried to
Hufflepuff.
leave it there, you would have been like, fuck, I know I'm. You know what I mean? Like you
I
would have been.
actually, I sort of think like Alex could be a Slytherin too.
Probably. Would we be enemies then if I'm Hufflepuff and you're?
No, they're not. They're still
I thought
good
they
kids
were
in Slytherin.
jerks. Oh, okay.
Most of the bad guys are Slytherin, but not
Most
every
of the bad
Slytherin is.
Are there any Are there any bad guys that aren't Slytherin in any of the
I
movies?
don't know. No, I think you're right. Okay, being a bad guy means
my God.
being a bad guy means you're Slytherin, but being Slytherin doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Correct.
There we go. Because
There it
Snape.
is. Jury's still out on that ending. Not a solid ending for him, in my opinion.
Totally
HR
redeemed
Puffin
himself.
stuff.
Totally redeemed himself.
So speaking of, real quick, and then
Yeah.
we'll run off. But I watched the first episode of Disenchanted.
Yeah, I started to watch it last night.
I have no idea.
Did
what
you
that
have
is.
you seen? So
Well, I was drinking,
Disenchanted
so I
is the
stopped.
yeah. I got you.
I turned it off.
Yeah, I
but
get
it's good. My friend's a producer on the show. So.
Oh, cool. So it's Matt Groening or Matt Groening.
Oh, yeah.
It's his
the
new
new
Netflix
Simpsons,
show,
basically. Yeah.
Simpsons Futurama.
Yeah.
Medieval times version.
Yeah.
Dude, they have these fucking elves, and it is so amazing because they have this one, like they call like the main elf that you follow is his name is Elfo, but then everybody is like what they do. It's amazing.
Oh.
So like he got in trouble because he was making out with Kisso.
Oh my gosh.
And then it was amazing because they start talking about it, and then this one elf goes, and it was like, no, Shaco. And it's just every time. And then in the back you hear, and it's like fucking Shaco, the elf who's just always shocked. And then it was like, and then he said,
Well, it's like Smurfs.
yeah,
It's like
it
you're
is.
just- Yeah.
But he leaves the like elf area, and he was like, nobody's ever returned, and he was like, except Returno, and he was like, don't talk about Returno, Taco. And I was just like, it's so great.
brilliant.
All right, I'll totally watch this.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I think, look, when I first watched the pilot of Futurama, I was like, this isn't The Simpsons. I don't like it.
Right.
Right. And when I watched it when it came out on Fox, by the way,
Yeah.
that's probably why it went away, is because everybody felt like this.
Right.
I then grew into loving
Oh, my
So
brother's
brilliant,
obsessed
man.
with Futurama.
Futurama, and even
best.
going back and watching the pilot, I'm like,
yeah.
this is fucking genius, like
Yeah.
next level shit.
Yeah.
So there were the very beginning scene. I was like, not loving this
Of
scene.
Disenchanted.
Yeah, of Disenchanted. I was like, it felt a little on the nose. I wasn't really digging. I like didn't quite get it. But by the end, I was just like, oh my
It's
God.
interesting that something can be on the nose and you can't get it.
Well, it's because like all those pilots have that hard job of
Yeah.
explaining so much right away. Just
I
like,
know.
Like
Yeah.
Futurama did the same thing.
Yeah,
So that's-
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
jarring when you first.
But the fucking Shaco was the best.
All right.
I gotta check it out.
Anyway.
Will you guys both take the Pottermore test by the time
Yes.
we come back next week?
I'm wrong.
No, I'm just gonna go to Universal Studios because when you take the tour, they put the hat on you and it tells you.
Oh, that's
It does?
easier.
Yep.
Oh my god, maybe I have to go do that.
You haven't
Maybe I'll
done that?
find out I'm Ravenclaw.
You
Oh
should
my
do
God,
it.
but how great would
That's
that be if
yeah.
you go and we're like, oh, this is going to be so great. Slytherin! You're like, fuck
"Fuckers!" And then I just begin my like reign of
Yeah,
taking
that's
over
it.
the world.
You just go over to all the places
Like I
you
was
can do
such a
magic,
good
and you're like,
person.
Expelliarmus!
Yeah.
Expelliarmus!
I was such a good person until
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
told I wasn't.
Yeah. Just doing the
Damn
the like death curses on all the kids.
Oh god.
You're like, Curcio. I was like, what? This horrible Slytherin lady. She's cursing all of the kids. Amazing.
good lord.
So yeah, let's do that.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
deal. All right, hey everyone. How about you take your Pottermore test too?
Take your
Yeah.
Pottermore test and get out of here.
And while you're at it, email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at halfhourhappyhr. Follow us, subscribe to us on whatever you listen to us on, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, all those things. Spotify. And that's it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip,
And
the
I'm-
Slytherin.
I'm Alex Albrecht, the probably Gryffindor.
Shut
Find
up.
out later. Sitting in with us as always, the Hufflepuff in charge, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.